hello again. We just had a slight hiccup there. But
Yes, a
welcome
slight
back.
hiccup in the fact that I couldn't see the fucking screen, and Kunagusos was too much of a dumbass to bring up the screen when it was necessary.
Shut up, you.
No, I will not shut up.
Yeah, apologies for this prolonged-ish delay. You know, blame Icarus for that.
Hey, it's not my fault
want...
my dad wanted to invite me over to Germany for 4 days
Yeah,
straight.
well, you know, you go here, I want to get the screenplay and stuff done, so, by next week, so can we just leave this till next week? The next week happens, no fucking word from him. So, this is, I think, the week after that, next week.
I have no comment, just so you guys know. I have no comment whatsoever.
You know, I'm wondering, what's the story here? I'm pretty sure we were supposed to do something. But, no. So...
plans change.
And you don't tell me shit. You know, could be nice to tell me something.
Sorry.
Anyways, we are smashing through the Arverni bit by bit. After wounding a general.
Ooh, that sounds nasty.
We've put a dignitary in the province to help spread our culture.
Indeed.
And now it's the next turn.
Well, that's a shame. We were doing so well with each other.
And our spy has died.
Sure, what else is new? Our spies are the worst.
Well, she died of natural causes.
But that's just sad to die of natural causes. Geez, you have our spies failing on the field and now they're dying pretty much out of left field.
Well, we've had this spy for a very long time.
And was it worth it? I'd say not.
Well, we are building up our buildings. Building that mercenary barracks battalion.
Sure, those are always most important.
We want those valuable mercs.
I see we're recruiting people for Dido's Faithful.
Yes, another unit of Sacred Band. Dido's a mythical queen of Carthage.
Ooh.
The idea is that she helped, I think, found Carthage. Ruled it for a time. She's featured in the Aeneid as Aeneas' lover until he basically ditches her. Where she kills herself, but not before cursing him out cursing him and his descendants, which is supposed to be the kind of reason why Rome and Carthage would eventually go to war.
Certainly a dramatic way to go out.
Well, yeah, this was in a epic poem by Virgil, so yeah, dramatic. So we're trying to figure out what to recruit here.
We're taking our sweet ass time here.
Yes. So we get another use of Libyan Thrail spears, Thrail swords, and Atlas elephants. Libyan Phoenician cavalry, Arios Epones.
Iberia Contrati.
And another sacred band.
Sure, we're very fond of those sacred bands, aren't we?
Because they're really cool. And they're strong.
Yes, of course they are. That's the point.
So our champion here is leveled up. More experience.
Ready for battle.
But yeah, things begun reasonably okay, other than Africa we're having public order problems. Not really sure why we're having public order problems in Africa. And we build a supply pit in Syracuse.
Sure, what else is there to do?
Well, I could build other things potentially, but decided not to.
I will travel many miles.
Not worth the
for
investment.
Possibly not. So putting an army near Kennebum. Yeah, that place is bugged.
that path is blocked.
Heading into uncharted territory here.
Yeah, even if I wanted to, I wouldn't be able to fight that battle out.
Why not?
Crash.
Oh, okay.
Blame CA. They apparently forgot to add a map to that
My
settlement.
lord. We fight for
So every time you fight it, you would fight it, it would just crash.
ready for battle.
That sucks.
Yeah. That's what kind of
Ready for order.
killed, you might say, a Massalia campaign I had a good while ago, a long time ago. Around, I think, the time they got their overhaul. Because I didn't know that this was a problem. And I was fighting battles outside or near that settlement. Or against the Carnutes who originally control it. And it just would keep crashing.
Yeah, I think that's just a case of phenomenally bad timing because you didn't know about these updates by the time you were doing these battles. So that's just like
Yeah, so
it's not
it may
exactly
be-
your fault. It's
Yeah,
just
it
phenomenal.
basically meant I gave up on the campaign thinking it was bugged. And I found out quite a bit later that no, that map area is just dodge as hell.
Still, I wouldn't necessarily say it was your fault.
Oh no, I'm
honestly.
not saying it's my fault. Just that I encountered this problem. That's when I
You
noticed.
encountered it, and you figured out the solution to it far too late to do anything
Well,
about it.
I don't
It's-
think there's really any solution in a sense. But I just concluded that it must be bugged.
We will make your homes a waste.
But anyways, the Nervi decided to declare war.
Enslave your children. The needs of my
That's
people are
sad.
simple.
War
Some of
never
your
works out
fine
for
trading
anyone.
goods in
And the
exchange for
Kalki
wares.
want trade.
Well,
Just gonna milk what cash I can out of that.
See, that was just an offer they couldn't refuse right there.
Yeah, trade with me in exchange for 6k. They had to give me 6k.
Yeah, come on. How can you say no to 6k? It's outrageous.
They have to give that to me.
Besieging settlement.
So, there's an army outside Limonum. And we see they are the headhunters. Scourge of Reshef.
Make short work of them.
Is that all, my lord?
And now Bibrak has had its buildings built up. We're upgrading them.
Building up our fortifications there.
Less fortifications and more just stability in our culture. Temple to Baal Hamon, fountains,
It
library.
may not be the exact same kind of fortification, but it's a fortification knowledge-wise nonetheless.
Turning off the taxes. But that didn't seem to do much. That wouldn't do much good. So moving this army up into Arbanensis.
Making slow progress.
Then I disband those cavalry to get better cavalry. Which is more experienced cavalry.
As you command.
Out with the old, in with the new, as they say.
Yes, though it's just a case of getting the same unit but with better experience.
a river of goods and coin
Talantioi
between our
want
lands
trade.
would surely see all prosper. Will you agree to trade?
Yeah, come on. We gotta say yes here.
I say yes. I don't insist on any payment. I'm being
Smart
generous.
move, smart move.
Well, probably not really that smart.
Honor and great glory.
Maybe in the short term, perhaps.
So we have a general level up.
For the glory of
Making him a bit more formidable there.
Uh-huh. Maybe we see to launch an assault on this army, it seems. Although I can't be auto-resolving, probably because fort battles are a pain. Although that was near a river crossing, so it might need to be an actual fort battle.
Yeah?
always ready.
But yeah, that probably
Anything
would have been better
else?
to fight out.
As you go.
Ugh, all of these battles aren't worth our investment.
I was starting to see how I felt. Though probably would have been better.
Thirsty for battle, hide my footsteps.
What a waste of blood, honestly. You could have used them for ransom.
Yeah, it's interesting seeing the old skills
Glory of our
and
people.
traditions.
Yeah?
We need to be swift.
Because they changed up for, well, I think it was 1.3.
How did they change it up exactly?
They just completely overhauled the skills and gave them different skills and skill points and everything is different.
Oh, I see. We decided to stick with this battle.
Yes, we are attacking Lemonum.
Lemonum.
Yeah, and it's a field battle. But anyways, our armies are moving up.
Mm-hmm.
We of course have the advantage.
We have the greater numbers, I see.
Well, I'm not sure about the numbers, possibly. But we've better
We
quality.
definitely seem to be a bit more spread out, I'd say.
We've got better quality. We've elephants, solid mercenaries, and other infantry. Got some good hoplites. We got some good cavalry. So our these are the Libyan Phoenician cavalry is charged in. They was trying to attack those ranged units. Being pelted by ammunition.
I can never tell what they're being. I can never tell what's being thrown at them all.
I think there was like mostly garrison archers,
Yeah.
so they'll be shooting arrows.
Who would be the ones? Who would be the ones shooting them exactly?
The
Like what
Arverni.
kind of Like what
Garrison
kind
archers.
of army men throw stuff like that?
Well, they'd just be some garrison archers. Or
Oh.
slingers, rather.
Oh, just those kinds of guys. Okay.
Yeah, it's an Arverni garrison against my more professional army.
Makes sense. Yeah.
So, yeah. And there's my Numidians. Look, they've taken some losses.
The Gallic warriors seem to be spreading out a little bit there.
Mm-hmm. And my slingers are firing.
Hitting those slingers pretty effectively, I'd say.
Well, yeah, those guys have basically no armor and no shields. They're weak slingers versus my better slingers.
We have the Apulii Extraordinary.
Epulii Extraordinari.
Apulii Extraordinary.
They're clashing with a unit of Gallic warriors.
Going hand to hand there.
Yeah. Looks like the Gallic warriors are melting a bit.
A bit of a struggle. Oh.
Now I am back to
Archers
charging
going all
in.
over the place now.
Not archers.
Or whatever's being thrown at them. Or
Javelins.
arrows. Javelins. For a brief second, they looked like arrows. Or
My
javelins.
Thrail swords have rushed in.
Javelins are all over the place. Not necessarily covering the sky, but, you know.
So yeah, we got a big melee brawl here. Swords versus swords. There's my Libby Phoenician cavalry. My Thrail
They're
spearmen.
maintaining into position there.
Uh-huh. My other Thrail swords. Fighting their tribesmen.
Making short work of them.
And I've got my elephants coming in.
Oh shit. Okay, I definitely ranked that an A. They did some serious damage there.
Looks like those Gallic troops are fighting my Apulians.
Well, let's see how they hold up.
Looks like those swordsmen broke.
Well, that's not good.
Oh, that is good.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was their swordsman.
Yeah, their swordsmen broke.
Well, they're holding the line there.
And some of them are falling back.
Quite the tussle out there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for the new DI update, a lot of Carthage's mercs are being updated in their appearance.
How so?
Just visual changes.
But what kind of visual changes, though?
I suppose just to have them be more in line with the current rate of things, because a lot of the the Iberian and Celtic mercenaries are going to have some visual changes because, well, a lot of the Celtic and Iberian factions have had a lot of overhauls done recently, the past few patches. So it'd be good to kind of have that be updated for Carthage.
Alright then.
So yeah, they look pretty good. I've seen the previews; they're pretty good.
Okay then. The Gallic warriors are being chipped away there, I see.
Yeah, they're routing. Yeah, the Apulians are very strong.
I see they're starting to shit their pants a little bit there.
Yeah, those slinger dudes, or not slingers, those spearmen are basically being hit by my slingers in the back whilst they're fighting my swordsmen. It's not a good thing.
Attacked on all sides.
And there we have the battle end.
Very short and swift, if I do say so myself.
Casualties aren't too bad overall.
Sure was a nothing battle, honestly.
Ready for battle.
We raise it, now we control it. Of course, get that warhorse pen so we can buff up our cavalry.
Ready for greatness.
The Ammonian seems to be standing strong, I'd say now.
Ready for orders.
And I think that's us fully controlling the province of Aquitania.
Well, that's a good bit of progress there now.
Yeah, now we need to finish off our control over Gallia.
Ooh.
I live.
Which I think means just taking Namentum and Uliobona. Namnetum. Yeah, I decided to reread my book on Celtic Warfare. Actually, I finished the book not long ago.
How was it?
It was pretty interesting. I definitely want to read it again. That's why I decided to do it.
Oh.
Plus, also, I feel like it's the book. I was prior to that. I was reading some of Duplessis' book of the Seleucids, but probably because I've just been sleepy lately because work. Sometimes I've just been quite sleepy, and I feel like reading what was at least a good chunk of a very technical book, a pretty dense technical book, was just not always great.
Are you brave or
Yeah,
foolish?
being tired while reading technicals, being tired when reading technical stuff isn't always a
Be
great
welcome,
combination.
And may Hermes bless your words
So
with
I'm gonna
appropriate
so I tried to
speed,
reread
for I
Celtic
have other
Warfare.
business today.
You know, pick up on more details I probably didn't really catch, especially early on.
I accept, and gladly. You have shown good sense here today,
But yeah,
and
so
might almost be a Greek in your thinking.
Well, I don't know about you, but I find that very offensive.
How can I serve Carthage?
blessed are the Greek, for they shall inherit the earth. Ain't that right?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of stuff relating to Monty Python lately. Yeah. Good source of laughs.
Oh, we seem to be reinforcing lemonium there.
Lemonum.
Lemonum. I always get these pronunciations wrong. You're the expert in all this.
Yeah, building the shrine to Tanit.
Oh, that sounds important.
The Tanit temple chain gives growth and public order bonuses.
Advance!
Whereas Baal Hamon does the most to spread your culture.
At once!
Oh, advancing our troops there.
Yeah, the present of Baal.
Command.
Strategos. Yeah, so
Iberian
another governor.
turncoat.
Yeah, so another governor leveled up. Yeah, it'd be nice to get this series done eventually.
We're nearly there, man.
I know. This is currently the second part to what is we call session 12.
Exactly.
Whereas out of 17 sessions. So we still have a ways to go.
We're nearly at the finish mark. Just gotta keep pushing forward.
Yeah, and not have constant delays and silences.
Thank you for the nice reminder there, Kunagooses.
Yeah.
Serve Carthage.
At
Oh,
least-
an adoption. These are always tricky. And we decide to throw the adoption away.
Yeah, because it's somebody trying to adopt one of our characters.
Who needs adoption when you got your own blood to take care of?
Because sometimes this person can be quite good to have on your side.
But what if we don't want them?
Baal Hammon be praised.
Indeed, Baal
Let
Hamon be
power
praised.
Before our might.
But yeah, at least for now with D, I can try out a few different nifty mods for our next campaign.
Ready for
Like what?
Well, Timbe's trade regions got updated,
Fight for you, my lord.
so that's been fun to play with again. Now you can sell off settlements.
Get the stakes up.
Oh, okay. And how does that work out exactly?
There's a little button on the UI. I think the way it works, I haven't actually done it myself, but you can press that, click on that, and that will put the settlement up for sale, and I think you'll pick a faction to whom you want to sell it to.
Well, maybe we might encounter a situation like that eventually.
Yeah, perhaps in the Seleucid campaign that we plan to do next, which at this rate won't be for another few months.
Progress is slow, but it's progress regardless.
Yeah, plus also it's also waiting for DEI 1.3.2, which, well, there's no word yet about when it'll come out, but probably I think January, February. I think somebody might have even said March.
Have the developers not given any sort of updates to anyone about that?
I suppose the key idea is simply it'll be out when it's out. I think sometime this month, December, they'll come out with an open beta. But again,
They didn't give an exact date or anything.
No, I think it'd be when it's in a sufficient state.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
So they're modders. They don't have to work on any strict deadlines.
Well, that's a good sign, I'd say.
See, these people do it in their own spare time.
Oh, okay then.
They're not full-time developers. Yeah. And so, and I think even, a lot of them even have their own families to take care of.
Oh, definitely.
So, there's only, so they're not people who can dedicate all their time and resources into modding.
Or at least they're not under constant crunch pressure.
No, these are people doing it in their own spare time out of passion and interest. Not people under a professional obligation.
For the glory of our people. They will know our name.
So
we decide to lay siege on Vicentro, or however it's pronounced.
Visantio.
Besieging their settlement.
Do an awful lot of besieging these days.
Well, you gotta besiege somewhere.
Sure, eventually it just gets old after a while.
In fact, we haven't had very many siege battles in this campaign.
Yeah, I suppose that makes sense.
But yeah, we'll have a nice, probably fresh mod list for the next campaign. And of course that will include, or should include, the Dong submod.
The Dome submod.
Yes. It's a lot of fun.
Indeed. And for very specific reasons.
Yes. It is fun to see the intimidation that comes with large naked warriors that actually look naked.
Well, I see our forces and elephants are ready and willing to rumble.
Yes. Yeah, I believe this is the second battle this part.
From what I remember, it's a short and swift battle, actually.
Yeah, seeing here the timer is like 5 minutes. So yeah, our Iberians are clashing with the Gauls.
Shields pretty much waving off any sort of javelins being thrown their way.
Well, yeah, those are pretty big shields. They'll provide pretty good protection from missiles. And a good bonus to melee defense. So yeah, and back to your moving in.
They're holding their ground very effectively.
Joe, I actually had wondered about the evidence for the kind of masks we see on the Ambakti.
Yeah?
There's apparently some coinage that depicts it. So there's some coins and other artistic depictions that seem to suggest, yeah, these masks were a thing. But I think I was curious about why Ambakti are depicted with masks.
Oh, did you ever find out the reason?
Well, yeah, there's evidence about the masks. Yeah, there's evidence of them. Let me see.
Oh, the enemy forces are being swiftly executed there.
Uh-huh.
Oh, a little bit of spaghetti being spewed all over there. Oh, the elephants are charging in now, making short work of them now.
Oh, whoops. Yeah.
The Iberi's Qart-Hadasht are
Yes.
pretty much holding their own there, doing very effective work there. The Gallic warriors are decreasing in numbers pretty slowly but surely. Quite a few bodies strewn over there.
Indeed. Being hacked up.
All done by the Iberi's Qart-Hadasht.
Yes. Iberi Scrutari.
Elephants are making short work there. Pretty much flailing them around.
Yeah, and I believe we are nearing the end of this battle and of our episode, dear viewers.
Yes, short work there if I do say so myself. Well, I'd say the Gallic warriors are pretty much shitting their pants at this point. Oh, and they have every reason to, because the elephants are there to massacre them.
Yes.
Making short work of them. Well,
There we go.
I'd say that wasn't even a battle. I'd say that was more of a massacre.
Yes, you like to say that a lot.
Because it's just a damn effective phrase to use.
At your command.